Hello everybody, welcome to Daytona in the Racing for Rowdy Cup series. We have many cars awaiting the start of the 4th of July 500 here. I would expect that today would be a great race from Bryce Hunsinger and a ton of those other cars. Like our pole position, he definitely has a nice shot to win the race. Obviously, if you want to find the full race results, they are posted on my channel. We have William Cup Series or Corey Heim fan in the 43. We have No Cheddars on Monday in the 8. Carson Hosevar's biggest fan in the 6, right next to him. Then we have Turn 4 Takeover starting behind both of them, and the Super L Tribe Bros. In the 20, Michael King Jr., who raced in the Shark Series race here. Then we have It's Skylander Gamer in the 5. And we have Denny Hamster 11 fan in the 17, another RFK car in this field. Then we have Renee 27627, and then we have Main Ford in the 45. And one of my personal favorites next to him, Priest fan 60, starting near the bottom of the field. Then we have Clay the Reddick fan in the 99. Then we have Frosty or whatever in the 38, starting behind them. Well, let's get this going as the Stig is going to lead them around these 4 corners. Sorry about that, I feel a bit sick today, so I might not be as energetic as I was in the 2 other races. But we do have the 71 and the 43 both wanting to win. Other cars are definitely in contention. I would say that the cars at the back of the field are going to work together more, especially Priest and Clay, because they are RFK teammates. Denny Hamster also is going to probably work with the RFK cars. Same thing with the 6 of Carson Hosevar's biggest friend, who also, I forgot to mention, raced here in the 77 during the Truck Series race. So the Stig is going to go off. Here we go. Green flag waves for Bryce Hunsinger in the 43, and we are off and away at Daytona. Hunsinger's going to take the early lead here, but the 43 is going to try to catch up to him. The 8 on the bottom is going to try to push the 71 even farther away. That the 71 clears the 43. The 43 is dropping back to 3rd place. There's going to be a battle for 3rd over there. Turn 4 Takeover is going to try to... But here comes the 43 on the top. He switched lanes. Looks like he's going to gain a lot of momentum. We're going to have a battle for 3rd place. But that RFK car, Carson Hosevar's biggest fan, making it 3 wide. That 71 is going to jump right out. Here we go. Lap 1 has been completed. There's a battle for 1st place. No Cheddars on Monday is going to almost take 1st place. He's going to try to go for the pass, and he succeeds. There goes Michael King Jr. on the bottom, being pushed by that 17 of Denny Hamster fan. 43 is dropping back a lot of place, and Priest fan is falling to the back of the field. But that 20 hard charging towards the front, as well as that 9 who's pushing the heck out of the 71. That 9 car is really strong this weekend, and he's hoping. He put a couple great laps down here in qualifying, and he's hoping to get an even better race here. But that 71 on that top, they're going to make it 4 wide in the tri-oval for the pass, and they crash behind them, fire into the catch fence. Jesus Christ. What the heck happened? And caution flag waves. And let's see if we can get a replay of see what happened. It's the 34 of Corey, or 34, it's the 43 of Corey Heim fan. But here we go, let's see what happened. It's the 43 is being pushed. I think the 45 just got a bad push and shoved the 43 up into the, Here, I think we can ride with Christopher Bell. I think he would have a good angle, definitely. I think we're just rewinding. It's played in slow motion. Here we go. There, yep. Gets shoved against the fence. Kind of looks like Zane Smith's crash, but he goes over instead, and then he's gonna hit that catch fence. Catch fence crashes are going to be probably the most dangerous ones that we can have this weekend. We didn't have one in the O'Reilly or Truck Series race, but we just had one right now. That is probably going to put the 43 up to 10 minutes wider. That 20. I'm surprised the 43 didn't go over. Let's ride with the 60 now. The 60 hit a piece of debris. Oh, we're cutting to see what happened. Oh, what happened to main Ford? He went over. Well, let's get started again. Green flag will wave, and our leaderboard is broken for like the 5th time this week, and I think we're going to be seeing that a lot in this race. But that 6 is taking advantage of the bottom lane. He knows where to go. Same thing with that 20, but the 8 and the 9 are pushing each other. And that 20 is starting to lose some of the draft from the 9 with the 6, but the Bryce Hansen is going to jump out. The 71 is going to jump into the middle where the 9 and the 16 are. Easton moves to the bottom, but looks like one of the RFK cars, the 6 of Carson Hocevar's biggest fan, and they crash. There goes no Cheddars on Monday. I think he might have gone over. I couldn't see it from here. I think he went over. That was bad. And I'm pretty sure that can take him out of contention. Let's get a replay up. Let's see what happened. No Cheddars on Monday, really strong contender. Looks like the 20 strong the 9, and yeah, the 8 went over. The 20 just gone to the 9, which sent the 9 up. So it said, no wait, we don't have any other replays. So let's go back green here, folks. So 71's gonna get a huge shove from the 9. The 9 can be a bad pusher sometimes. We saw a few practice incidents regarding him. That 9, though, still getting a really good shove from that 16. The 16 rocking the Greg Biffle tribute scheme, which I really like. Same thing with all the RFK cars, except for the 17, because I couldn't find one. But that 71 is still out front after all these cautions, and my game is starting to lag. I don't know what's going on. The 71, yeah, still out front after all these cautions, but I think that he can get him. I think he has a really, really good chance to win this. But Priest Fan 60 all the way to the back, and I think Clay also, the other RFK car, also to the rear. The only RFK car that's in good position right now is probably the 6, because the 6 is also near the front of the pack. He's on the top lane too, which is the lane that's getting the run. Oh, Michael King Jr. saves it, and he's gonna go around again into the pack, and around they go, and Carson Hocevar into the catch fence. Priest Fan in it as well. Caution, the 3rd one of the day for incidents, just waved for another catch fence crash. And the 17 is... That'll take 2 RFK cars out of contention here. The 6 and the 17 both have major engine damage. Let's see what happened. Let's see. Michael King Jr. gets the first save, but saves it like Kyle Rowdy. He saves it like Rowdy Bush, and then he goes around again. Just couldn't save it the second time. And yeah, that's what happened to Carson Hocevar's biggest fan. I don't know what happened to the 17 though. Let's see. Oh man, he also got into the catch fence. Well, let's ride with Michael King Jr. There he goes. He goes around for the spin and he saves it, and then he's gonna go back in the traffic. Oh, he's gonna get pushed by the 5 again. I'm surprised 5 5 has barely been involved in any crashes. But we're gonna go back green. Here we go. Green flag is out. I need to give myself more time from these replays. Well, make sure to join us next weekend at Atlanta too. All 3 series are racing there. I think next week the truck series is getting a week off. I don't know. Maybe. I forget what we're going to do after Atlanta. I'll have to check. I think it could be Bristol. But the 60 is still getting shoved by his teammate in the 9092. Only remaining RFK cars are working together to make sure that RFK can get a very good victory here, a very needed victory, as their qualifying position says most of the stuff about them right now. But let's see who can put down the fastest lap here or next week at Atlanta, and around they go. Around here's Elliott. Not Elliott, and Michael King Jr. I didn't see that. I was too busy talking about Atlanta. They're not gonna waive the caution. They could waive the caution sometime. I don't know. I don't know when they're gonna waive it, and it's gonna get brought out. Yep, caution flag is out. 4th one for incident. See what happened. Looks like the 16 just gone to the 9. The 9 couldn't keep it still. And let's see what happened with the 16. I think he also got loose after that. Yeah. It happens. It happens. It happens to all of us. Oh my gosh, that's a really hard hit. Well, let's go at green here. I think the 16 and the 9 have both been taken out of contention. We're just getting reports from our pit crew, or our pit members on pit lane, that the 9 has been taken out of contention because of the front fender damage that they suffered in that crash. The 16 obviously is also out of contention after that because of the really, really hard hit in the concrete wall. We saw a hit in the inside wall earlier at the O'Reilly Series race, but I think that was a tire barrier. That 5 is going to be shoving the 71. Hopefully it can't cause another incident, so the 71, not trusting the 5, is going to jump up out of the groove and into the middle lane. That 60 has moved up to 3rd, and that 20 also has moved up to 4th. He's trying to battle for Priest and the other RFK car for 4th and 3rd, but he's going to drop back even more. The 5 is going to take the lead, and the 60 is going to be hard charging with this RFK teammate. The 60 is going to give a bump to the 5. Here we go. We're going to have a new lap leader this lap, hopefully. Hopefully Bryce doesn't get a bad push. Well, Bryce can't get a bad push. He's got no one pushing behind him, but I think trouble. The 5 into the wall. The 35 collected as well. What a hit from the 5. Caution flag waves, and the 35 and the 5 are out of contention. And the 60 is ruled our leader, so he will restart in 1st. Well, let's see what happened. The 5 just got a bad shove from the 60, and then he gets plowed into the passenger side by the 35. See what happened in slow motion. The 60 is just pushing him, and I think 60 causes a bad shove, which causes the 5 to go around. And kind of hits the wall at an angle, so he doesn't have much damage. And then look at this, he just gets plowed into by the 35. I feel like that's not going to be the only crash that we'll see in turn 4. I feel like we're going to see another turn 4 crash. Anyways, Priest fan on the pole. Let's get it off. Priest fan and Hunsinger battling for the lead here on lap 13. But that 99 is also on the bottom. And everybody, we're just checking to see if everybody has the same lap completed. But that 99 also trying to push the 60, but the 60 went up in the middle. The 71 is gonna push this. The 71 is gonna push to get the lead back, but he's not gonna be able to. The 45 though, he's catching up. I can see him on the bottom of my the middle of my screen. He's trying to catch up. The 60s in the danger zone. Bryce Hunsinger's gonna try to take the lead back, but he can't manage it. The 60 hasn't lost the lead yet, but Bryce is hard charging towards the front. Look at him. He's kind of lost draft. I don't think he has a chance at getting back to the front anytime soon. But if he can get pushed by that 45, and he is gonna get a major run. Looks like Priest is gonna duck to the middle where his other RFK teammate is. But that 20 also on the bottom, he's gonna try to get pushed by Frosty. Looks like looks like Frosty's gonna get a big. He's gonna push that 20. He's gonna push the 20, and the 20's gonna jump to the middle. Here comes Priest fan though. He saves it. He got out of line there. I thought he was gonna crash, but no, he saves it. Excuse me for the voice crack. My bad. I'm just feeling down today, so yeah. Anyways, that 60 is gonna get a big shove. The 20 is gonna get that big shove from the 38. It's like the 60 is gonna have no drafting help on that bottom. But he is definitely going. Yep, they are definitely pushing hard. The 20 to the front, and they crash. The 20 of Super L Tried Bros into the wall, and hard into the wall. You guys know I love that phrase. Well, not like that. Well, let's get a replay of when Priest fan saved it. That was a bad replay, but boom, you can see that hood just fly up. Let's get a replay of the hit. Looks like the reason why he had a harder hit than the 5 is because the 60 was actually in the middle lane, which propelled him, which gave him more momentum into the wall. And he definitely destroyed that front end of the car. I mean, just looking at the hood is all the way up to the roof. The front fender is destroyed, and he's able to keep that car going until he stops on the infield grass. Well, let's pull this replay down and get back going here. The 20 is out of contention, and he was really strong, but that 60 is going to restart out front here. But the 99 is going to jump to the middle, where I feel like we're going to have maybe some intense racing over these next few laps, but we're not going to have any crashes because there's too little cars in the field to cause a big crash. But here we go. That 99 is going to push the hell out of the 60. But because they're teammates, they can't risk crashing into each other and taking all of the RFK cars and Chevys out of the race. I think Zane Smith is a Ford, or no, a Chevy. I don't know if he's a Ford. But the 71 has jumped to the top where he is losing a lot of momentum, which is really unfortunate for our pole sitter, as he will get a guaranteed top. All 5 cars will get a guaranteed top 5 finish. But since he was on our pole and he was doing so good, I'm kind of sad for him now that he's dropped back with around 6 or 7 or 8 laps to go. I can't count. I don't know. I'm mind blocked. I can't count that good right now. But the 60's definitely lost first place to Clay the Reddick fan. But he's going to try to push back, and he's going to get the lead back. That 60 has a lot of momentum. Let's see who put down the fastest lap. Looks like Clay the Reddick fan has put down the fastest lap today, guys. But looks like that 60 shoving the heck out of the 99. Well, not shoving, but well, no, he doesn't even have any drafting support. I meant the 38 is shoving the heck out of the 60. I mean, look at that. Battle for first place, and they're too wide. But the 45, I don't know what the 45 is going to do. He's like very far behind. He can jump to the top, or he can stay in the middle. But Clay is starting to get he's starting to lose some positions. So coming around with 7 to go. The 38's going to jump down. 60's going to lose all drafting support, but that 38 is going to push or get pushed by the 71 of Bryce Hunsinger. The 99 also on the bottom is not going to get any good drafting support because there's no one on the bottom. The 45 finally decided to switch lanes, and he jumped up to the top lane where Priestfan 60 is, and Priestfan is going to get another run, and he's going to lead another lap here at Daytona. Very strong contender with 6 to go. He should definitely jump down to the bottom, he should probably jump down to the bottom lane if he has an opportunity, but I don't think that he does because of these 3 cars that are in the middle. Main Ford and that 45 definitely switched up another lane. Bryce Hunsinger is going to push the 99 to the lead. Bryce has regained all of his lost ground. And here we go. That 60 the 60 is no drafting support, as I know of. And Manford's still at the back of the field. He's been running at the back of the field this whole day. He started next to the 60, and the 60 has gained more ground than him. But they've both managed to avoid wrecks. The closest the 60 came to DNFing was probably the one that we had earlier, where Super hit the wall really hard. Like, he could have also brought the 60 with him. But it looks like the 60 is also going to lose ground, as Maidenford is going to regain ground. And the 60 with 5 to go, or coming to 4 to go, is going to lose all of his ground that he's made up in this race. He's going to jump back to 5th place. But Mainford is pushing that 71 to the lead. Looks like Bryce could get the lead pretty soon. And he already does get the lead. That 99 jumped up to the top lane with his RFK buddy. But the 38 has no drafting support, and his other front row teammate, he's in Spire Motorsports. The 38 has no team. The 38 isn't even in front row Motorsports anymore. He just has no team. But the 38 is going to lose momentum. The battle for 5th and the leaderboard barely changes, as Priestfan 60 is still at the back of the field. But the 99 also being pushed by the 60. You gotta remember, they are RFK teammates. They share the same parts, so you can never know what's gonna happen with those two. But it looks like they're starting to get a run back there, as here comes the 99 with the 71 is gonna go up to the middle and get help from the 45. But the 38 is also, the 38's strong spot is definitely the corners. On the straightaways, he can lose a ton of speed. Like he just had a massive run, and then he wasted it on the straightaway because he had no drafting help. But that 60 is going to jump down to the bottom. He's gained a spot over the 38 of Frosty with 2 to go. Here we're going to be coming to the white flag next time by. But the 71 pole sitter is out front, and hopefully our pole sitter will be able to win today's race, as we are ripping around turn 3 for the second to last time. The 45 jumped up to the top. Here we go. The 60 is going to make it past. The 45 is going to get a run. Here we go. White flag is waving, and We have one left to go here, sponsored by Rowdy Energy. It's not actually sponsored, so don't sue me. But we have the 38 has jumped up to first. Looks like Frosty's in a really good spot to win, but he's gonna get no drafting support. He's gonna drop back to the back of the field. Here comes the 45, the underdog. The 45 is gonna get pushed by the 99. The 60 pushing the 71. The 71's gonna edge in front of him. But the 38 on the bottom. The 45. It's gonna be 3 wide at the line. Photo. Finish. And Bryce Hunsinger wins by 0.034 seconds. 34 thousandths of a second. What a race and what a finish, as Darrell Waltrip would say. Let's get a replay finish. And here we go. They're pushing to the line. Bryce Hunsinger, our pole sitter, racing against that 45 who was at the back of the field the whole day. Let's see this finish. Right there. What a finish from the RFK cars, the Front Row Motorsports cars. The Spire and the 2311 cars had a field day. Obviously, this was probably one of our most exciting races here in the Racing for Rowdy's Cup series. Racing for Rowdy in general. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to today's race. Hopefully, we can have the Truck Series results of the practice posted soon. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And we'll Racing for Rowdy and Ryan Priest fan. We'll see you at Atlanta. Goodbye, everybody.